Hi guys, welcome back to Harry Makes It Up. I posted a picture recently on my Instagram, just at Harry Makes It Up, of a look that I've been wearing so much at the minute, and I think I always go back to sort of over the years, and it's one whenever I do it, I feel really good. You can totally wear it for daytime, but I tend to wear it when I'm wearing quite a casual outfit and I want to elevate my makeup, or sometimes kind of evenings out. This is my go-to, and I'm gonna call it kind of chocolate dusted eyes, because it really reminds me of the color when you get like a chocolate truffle and it has that like beautiful dust that sits on top of it. It's that kind of intensity. And in all honesty, I feel like I could even devote a whole channel to doing brown smoky eye looks that are just very wearable in different variations of browns. Browns are totally my thing, and I know I go on about them all the time, but I'm gonna do this video as a little extra just because you guys were asking to please do this as a tutorial. It's very simple, and I thought I could show you some new bits as well at the same time. So if you wanna see the look, just keep watching. So before we start, I've just prepped my lips with a little bit of the Lano Lips lip balm. I'm actually really enjoying. So under my skin today, I'm going to start with the Dermalogica SPF 50, which you guys know I am really into. I feel like this is very liquid. It's more like a normal moisturizer. So I'm just going to pop some of that on my skin, and I'm just going to use that as my makeup base as well, knowing I've got my SPF protection. So for base, I thought I would use, and I'm hoping this still is the right shade for me, because honestly guys, as soon as I start running this time of year outside, I feel like my skin tone almost changes week by week and gets darker. So I did already go and buy a warmer shade in the NARS, so I'm hoping this is still okay. I bought the shade Patagonia, and this is the NARS Natural Longwear Radiant Foundation, which, as some of you may or may not know, was the winner of my Longwear tried and tested foundation video. I'll link that somewhere up here for you guys. And I'm going to use my current favorite brush combo, which is the Chanel one. So I've got a buffing brush and a flat top to apply it with. So see if I can do this without. Oh yeah, it's good color match, good color match. I feel like I did well. And this packs the coverage. I mean, you can see already, compared to one side of my skin, it is just so blimmin' good, guys. And I'm gonna kind of take that so a little bit of that color goes into the eye as well, but just using this to kind of stipple and buff outwards. So I was trying to decide. I've just found out that I am going to New York for a week because my lovely husband surprised me with a trip to New York for our 10-year anniversary. So I have been packing the beauty bits, and I've done a blog post as well to go with that, so I will link that down below so you guys can see the blog post that I wrote about what I was packing for New York. And I am still torn on foundation. I'm just undecided whether to do my It Cosmetics, what's it called, the Bye Bye foundation, or whether to take this, because both are beautiful. But my Bye Bye foundation has the SPF in for day, so it's tricky. So that's about as much as I'm gonna do for base. I feel like that is nice. I always use too much of this NARS foundation, actually. There's always like loads left over on the back of my hand when I finish, so I know I need to pump less onto my hand. So next up, I'm gonna prime my eyes, and I'm gonna use this by NYX. This is the High Definition Eyeshadow Base, which I am really enjoying. I do tend to kind of put this on and then do my brows, just so it's got a bit of time to dry. I find with any eye primer, if you put eyeshadow directly on top, you sort of just get that bit where like makeup grabs to it. So you just want to give it like a couple of seconds to set a little bit more. So while my eye primer is drying, I'm just going to go in and add a little bit of brow, just to even up a little bit. Just my usual NYX one that I'm still really into. I'm really enjoying this one still, guys. Okay, so brows on, and the eyeshadow palette that I've been using to create this look that you guys have been asking non-stop on my Instagram is this one. It's the Anastasia Soft Glam palette. So the shadows look a little, let's get rid of the brush. Actually comes with this quite good. So let me do this so you guys can see the shadows properly. We've got a really beautiful selection here. And the one that I've been using for the so-called cocoa dusted eyes is this shade Sienna, which I just love. But to start with, I'm going to take Burnt Orange first, which is this one, and I'm just going to put a wash of that through the crease, because this will make it a lot easier for you guys to blend. So I generally tend to take like my domed eyeshadow brush from Chanel. You can even mix a bit of orange soda in if you want. And you can see it is very much that kind of orangey, similar to the Colourpop palette I used in my previous video actually. And you could use that palette to do this look. I just find the reds in this are much more intense reddy browns. So you can see I'm just kind of doing a really, really soft blend. And you want to do that on both eyes. So then now I'm going to go into the shade Sienna, which is this one. And this for me is just the most amazing shade ever. It really is like the color of cocoa powder. Like when you're doing cooking or baking. I'm just going back to my bigger mirror, and I take a flat brush and I'm just going to start patting this. I mean, you can see how richly pigmented that is. Oh, it's just the best shade ever. And I don't find there's really much fall down with this palette. I know Anastasia palettes have had a lot of bad rap in the past for that, but I don't tend to find that. So, okay, you can see how beautifully warm and reddy toned it is. But it's not a red, it's not an orange, it really is like the color of like a chocolate truffle. And I'm just patting it first, kind of into the crease that I blended first. And then you're gonna go back to, where have I put it? Fluffy dome brush, and we're just gonna blend that all together. And I just think it's so simple. I know this is nothing groundbreaking, guys, but sometimes the simplest things are the best and the most effective, should we say. So very impressed with the quality of these, and this has been the reason I think I keep reaching for this palette, and I'm pretty sure this will be the eye palette I'm going to take with me to New York. So I'm going to take that same colour under the lash line. Not too low down or too full on, but enough that it kind of balances the top. And I'm actually making it like a sort of rounded circle, so there's not going to be like a highlightery bit in the centre or on the inner corner. So if you see what I mean, it like completely joins up, and I actually really like that. It feels kind of a little bit 90s. So again, don't worry if it's messy. I'm going to a medium shape brush now, and I'm going to start just softening that edge just a little. I know it looks scary at this point, guys, but stay with me, stay with me. So now I'm going to take my Clarins Click pen. Apologies for the noise, I've just had to put my fan on because it was getting so hot in this room, so I hope you guys understand, but the fan is on. So I'm using my Clarins Click pen, and I'm actually going to use the black first from this, and I'm just going to take that into the top waterline. So if you're super squeamish, just look away now. Just because I feel like you need the depth in this. This look is all about balancing the depth. And then I'm going to take the chocolate brown, which is in the pen as well, and I'm going to take this into the lower waterline because this really is a very smoky, smoky look, guys. Then for the top part of my eye, what I have been doing, like I said, this isn't groundbreaking or too far from what I normally do, is taking my same beloved Kiko liner, just so I feel like if it was a black liquid liner, it would suddenly look way more intense and more glam, whereas I feel like it stays the right side of kind of gothy, cool chocolatiness using the brown liner. So I'm taking my Kiko, this is a super color liner in 102 bronze, and before I do that, I am just going to give my lashes a good curl. I feel like you want to curl the lashes properly and give a good tilt back. And I'm just going to do my normal Harry flick. Let's see if I can do this so you guys can see so I don't get out of focus. And I just find, again, this whole concept of it being like chocolatey and like a chocolate truffle, there's actually like a red tone in this liner as well that for me just makes the whole thing super dreamy. And I am going to do a bit of a flick, but you could totally just let the liner stop at the end of your lash line or make it rounded, whatever suits your eye shape. Mascara, I am going to use YSL Le Choc, which I'm really liking, guys. This has been one of the first kind of like high-end mascaras I've used in a while that doesn't give me difficult eyes, which is great. And I'm going to do that to the bottom lash as well. So eyes are done, pretty much. That is the main intensity of the whole look. So now I'm going to clean up skin, finish lips. So I'll show you how I've been kind of wearing this look as a total look. So I'm next going to use Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer, another winner from my Tried and Tested series. I'll link that somewhere up here. It's got a nice amount of yellow in this concealer. So I'm going to do that, and I might even go back to my foundation brush for this. It's weird that I'm enjoying this brush so much for concealer. I like to kind of tap it and then use my finger to kind of blend in. So you could totally use a beauty blender for this, and there was literally no fall down, guys, from the eyeshadow. That palette really is something that took me by surprise, this Anastasia Soft Glam one. I didn't think I needed it, I didn't think I wanted it, but it has become a firm favorite, so much so I brought one for my kit and one for me. So then you want to go back to your brush that had, which one do we want? The Gucci one. So anything with like a small dome on is great. I just happen to really love this Gucci one. And I just want to make sure that the dusted kind of chocolatiness is all the way around in a circle. Like I say, I appreciate not everyone wants it dark on the inside, but for this look, this is just how I've been wearing it, kind of dark all the way around like a big circle. Now I want to use a loose powder today, guys, because I have the new one from Hourglass to try. This is like a first impressions as well. I've been so excited about this. It does come with, it doesn't come with, you can buy separately, but with the same launch, there is a brush, which is a double-ended powder brush. I love that there's this kind of sculpted dome shape and there's kind of good bits of precision. So this is the powder, and I was saying on my Insta stories, I feel like they've made powder sexy. So this is Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder. So beautiful. Like the packaging, I mean, look at that. I want to pretend that the H is for Harry, because that would just make me really happy. But also what's clever about this packaging in terms of traveling is there's like a cushion bit inside. I don't know if that's showing up. So when you push it down, the powder can't go everywhere when you open it, which I think is really clever. I like it when brands think outside the box. So this is a translucent shade, so it's going to work on all skin tones. Let's just shake it a little bit. Oh, there it goes. So I'm going to start with the smaller end. Oh, it's good actually. When you tap it, it comes out, which I really like. So I'm going to start with the smaller end. Oh my God, it's like silk. Oh, and I can't even see it. Oh, this is good, guys. This is really good. I hope this would be good because I love Hourglass pressed powders. That is beautiful. I can't even feel it on my skin, but I can tell it's taken away shine down the center really nicely. Sorry, I'm looking at my viewfinder as I chat to you because I can see how it's looking on camera. And I've got to say, that is blooming lovely. Okay, so I'm going to use a little bit kind of all over because I'm going to work with some powder products today just to mix things up a little bit. But I want to kind of use a cream on top of the powder. So this is my test, is whether or not this powder can, you know, be okay with a cream on top as well. And it's still keeping my glow, but it's definitely setting things, and that feels pretty special, guys. I'm not just saying this, this is really exciting. I feel like loose powder is a very hard product to get right, and yes, they're all very finely milled, but I mean, it really doesn't feel like there's anything on my skin, which is amazing. Okay, bronzing. I have a new bronzing powder I wanted to show you guys. This is from the new Beached collection from Urban Decay. This is Beach Bronzer. Really nice chocolatey matte bronzer, and I'm going to use the Chanel big powder brush for this, and I just want to do a light wash over my cheeks. So I'm not using loads. Oh my God, that Hourglass powder is amazing. I think I might have just found a new favorite powder, guys. So I'm just sweeping a little bit of the Urban Decay into the cheeks. Not really contouring, and I want a little bit over my nose is where I would catch the sun naturally. So I'm going to take a tiny bit of the blusher that I've been wearing a lot with this makeup look actually, and it is an old favourite that I pulled out again that I'm really loving for summer. It is my Acacia Vice cream blushes. Beautiful, everything's beautiful, the packaging's beautiful, the formula's beautiful, and this colour is Blossoming, which is just, you see, it's really nice with the browns in the eyes. It stops it going kind of too gothic-y, and keeps it that little bit fresher. So I am, within the bronzer, gonna tap a little bit of that pinkiness in, just to bring, you see, it just brings the freshness back really nicely. So I just wanted to add that little bit more pink into the look, just to make it look that little bit fresher. Had to put the fan back on again. It's getting very hot. The sun's coming in more and getting warmer, so I'm hoping it's not changing the lighting too much. But that is with the cream blush on top of the bronzer. Worked really nicely. So I'm gonna add, for a highlight, I want it more like a dewy glow as opposed to anything shimmery. So I'm gonna use this one, which is by Pinch of Colour. This is a new indie brand that I've been loving. Look how beautiful this tone is. It's like not champagne, not gold, it's somewhere in between, and very similar to kind of the feel of my RMS Living Luminizers. I'm just gonna dab a little bit of that on the cheekbone, just to make it that little bit creamier looking. And it just breaks, it stops anything looking too powdery. That's what I love about this product. Oh, it's so good. Love it. Really, really, really love this, guys. And a little bit on the bridge of my nose. Again, with long wear foundations, sometimes they tend to go into the kind of matter territory. So it's nice to kind of just bring the skin back to life a little bit. A little bit on the Cupid's bow. And then for lips, to be honest, I've just been wearing either Glossier Generation G Cake, which I do have here, or I have been wearing, when I've been wearing the Colourpop Uno Mas a lot, the Luxe lipstick. So I've got a lip pencil here from Dior, which is slightly more mauvey pinky. And I'm just gonna kind of add this to give a slight pink to the colour, because I think pinks and kind of browns look really nice together. And then I'm just gonna use my finger just to kind of blend that in before I put on Generation G Cake. Because I probably will put a bit of lip balm on as well, actually. Where is my, so we've got Glossier Generation G Cake. And this is kind of what I like, a little bit of a pink liner underneath as a base. To stop anything going too flat or one tone. I do think pinks look really nice with browns. Okay, and then for me, I know obviously the whole point of Generation G is that they're matte, and I do like them matte, but sometimes I like a kind of normal chapstick on top. This one is Bitch Sticks. Again, this is talked about in my best new kind of independent beauty brands to look out for. I'll link that post below. And I'm just gonna finish with that. So it's not too glossy, but it makes it the right side of like a creamy lip look. So there you have it, guys. That is the finished look. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Don't forget to follow me on Blog Loving. It's just at HarryMakesItUp, because I blog at least 3 times a week. I try to always do 3 a week. And I am trying to do a few more of these little extra videos here and there. So make sure to subscribe to this channel as well, so you don't miss any videos. And I know with algorithms and all these boring things that we as YouTubers have to keep telling you guys about, I don't know why so many videos seem to not be going through at the minute, but definitely if you want to make sure you never miss a video, you can hit the little bell which notifies you once you ask for the notifications effectively. So if my videos aren't coming up in your subscription box, definitely do the bell. Totally understand if you don't want to, because I know it's annoying having a million notifications going off on your phone all the time, but that's an option if you want to make sure you never miss a video. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. It's a look I've been wearing loads at the minute, super easy to do, and let me know what else you'd like to see more of. I hope that was helpful, guys, and I'll see you soon for more.